Half-Life is an influential game for the FPS genre, and for a game that came out in 1998, it got me questioning if it's worth playing in the big 2025. I think that Half-Life makes the player feel like the world is reacting to them in such a direct way that recent video games don't. Now you might be thinking, why is Junior playing an old head game that came out in 1998? In 2020, I bought a PC, and now I'm finally able to experience classic games on a whole new platform I didn't grow up with. My first experience of playing Half-Life 1 would be through playing Black Mesa. I played that version of the game because it had better graphics and new mechanics, and I thought it would be the updated version of the game, but it turned out it wasn't even officially made by Valve. I've been really into retro games that I could finally play on a PC because of games like Doom making me crave off of retro nostalgia. Now, the Half-Life series was created by the GOAT Gabe Newell, who seems like he was more of a scuba diver than an actual game developer. Now, an interesting lore drop is that I didn't grow up with PC gaming. I'm actually more of a console gamer. I grew up with the GameCube and the Xbox 360, where I played bangers like Sonic Adventure 2 and Super Smash Bros. Melee, and for the 360, where I played Halo 3, an important game in my childhood, and the best Call of Duty game, Black Ops 1. I first found out about Valve games through the orange box, which was around the house. It came with Half-Life 2, Portal, and TF2, which we don't talk about. 3 games for the price of 1, which was a pretty good deal. Half-Life was a world that I wasn't even aware of until I watched my brother play Half-Life 2 on the orange box. But he was also playing Halo as well, so I would get confused with the 2 games because they both are FPS games and they both start with the letter H. Now, around this time, Valve was on a roll, and I was most attracted to Left 4 Dead and TF2 because they were multiplayer games, but I would play Half-Life 2 here and there, just picking certain missions. I personally love FPS games because I feel immersed and it's almost like I'm actually in the game. Playing Half-Life from start to finish is a pretty big deal because it influenced my favorite games growing up, like Dishonored, Halo, and BioShock. I'm playing the original version of Half-Life on medium difficulty. It might be a skill issue, but I thought that medium was still a pain in the ass. The enemy AI is surprisingly pretty smart, especially when you compare it to today's video games. The soldiers especially are really responsive. Sometimes they flank you, they take cover, but the most frustrating part would be that they spam what feels like infinite grenades. Jesus. Oh my god. How many grenades do you guys have? For a 27-year-old game, it's smooth and I didn't really run into any problems. So for the people who know nothing about Half-Life, it's a first-person shooter with environmental puzzles. In the game, you fight aliens that enter our world from another dimension in a research facility located in New Mexico called Black Mesa. You play as Gordon Freeman, a scientist who has to do this one thing where he goes into the chamber where he puts the sample into the beam, which causes a crazy tragedy. All of his colleagues never anticipated an event like this, which they call a resonance cascade.
Admit that the possibility of a resonance cascade scenario
A resonance cascade?
Unlikely.
Gordon doesn't need to hear all this. He's a highly trained professional. We've assured the administrator that nothing will go wrong.
It turns out we accidentally ripped open a hole into another dimension where all of these hostile aliens are coming out of. The remaining survivors tell Gordon that he must reach the surface, but when he does, he finds out that the military want to contain the entire event. Contain meaning eliminate everyone in Black Mesa. The science team, they're here to save us! There aren't any cutscenes that explain what's happening. I don't think every game should eliminate cutscenes or anything, but Half-Life is great at telling the story through the world. They expand the lore with world building and dialogue moments. The dialogue to me is unintentionally goofy, but in a good way. This is cool, this is cool.
Have you seen my coffee cup?
Huh? Have you seen my coffee cup? The story is told moment to moment as you escape Black Mesa. One of the most memorable story moments is when you finally get to the surface, which is a third into the game. There's a huge military presence actively trying to kill you. You'd think that they'd be trying to help you, but their mission is to eliminate you and your friends. There are a bunch of NPCs and characters in this game. starting with our boy, Gordon Freeman. He's a smart guy who graduated from MIT, so you know he's a professional physicist. I thought he was actually in his mid-30s, but he's in his mid-20s with a family. He's the typical silent protagonist, but everyone in the office knows about this guy and are constantly reminding you to do your job.
Weren't you supposed to be in the test chamber half an hour ago?
Weren't you supposed to get back to work? It's funny how he's supposed to be the scientist person, but once you give him a gun, he suddenly turns into John Wick. And then there's G-Man, who is this mysterious character, but you can tell he's a big deal. I don't know if he oversees everything, but he definitely watches Gordon's every move, like Gus Fring looking over Walt's shoulder. I don't know if he's good or bad. He's neutral for the most part, but you can tell he has big plans for Gordon. He's an Easter egg that pops up here and there and just stares at you, menacingly. I tried shooting him a couple of times, and the bullets won't even connect, like he's super strong or he has powers. G-Man! I was shooting straight at him. I wouldn't do anything. He's very proper and reminds me of Gus Fring with how sharp he is. Next we have Barney and the security guards. It seems like every security guard in Black Mesa owes Gordon a beer. What if I don't want to go in there, huh?
Hey, catch me later, I'll buy you a beer.
Oh, if you put it that way, for sure, let's go. If I were to choose a beer to buy the Gordon Freeman, just make sure it's not an IPA. They're like your buddies. They're super friendly and they always say hi and make small talk when you clock in. What's going on
Hey,
in
Mr.
here?
Freeman.
What's
I
up?
had a bunch of messages for you, but we had a system crash about 20 minutes ago and I'm still trying to find my files.
Oh,
Just one
okay.
of those days, I guess.
Hopefully these guys have some police training because man, sometimes they start friendly firing you. Good job. Are you shooting me? Oh. Dude, stop shooting me, bro. I swear to God, I will shoot you back, bro. But they do a pretty good job when they're actually hitting the enemies. Good job, Barney, good job. We also have all of your scientist friends. Some of them even become fully realized characters in the next game. They are friendly to Gordon, but they just need him to do the thing they need him to do. What are we looking at, bro?
I can't be bothered right now.
What?
Please, leave me alone until after the experiment.
Huh? You can't be bothered? What are you even doing, bro? You're not working hard or hardly working? What's up? Greetings.
Excuse me, Gordon, but I'm rather busy now.
Everyone is
Why
just
do we
busy
waste
on Black
ridiculous
Mesa.
time?
They're waiting for you, Gordon, in the test chamber.
They're nice enough to give me health when I get messed up, which actually really surprised me. Greetings.
Glad. Allow me to treat that injury.
Oh wow. That's really fucking cool,
I hope
dude.
no one-
And the soldiers, they mean business.
I've heard you 12 dumbass scientists and not one of them fought back. This sucks.
What are you saying? They will find you and hunt you down until it's mission complete. I think their voices are funny. We don't know what their goal is exactly and why they're murking the scientists instead of helping them. Lastly, we have the aliens, and they're pretty unique. There's a variety of them, and who knows if they're good or bad. What would you do if you were teleported to another dimension against your will? They're not xenomorph scary. They could have been a little scarier, but they're like goofy looking animals. One looks like a pug. The headcrabs look like Costco chickens. There are bugs, and who could forget those barnacle pimples in the wall? They almost look like our animals, but from another dimension. I love how all the Valve games have a cohesive vibe. It's goofy sometimes, and the scripted moments have dark humor. No! Yo, what the The game is really polished and has a seamless story. The game doesn't tell you exactly where to go. You need to find out for yourself, so you have to pay attention to what the NPCs say. Oh no.
Please, get to the surface as soon as you can and let someone know we're stranded down here.
Or what's written on the wall to progress through the story.
You'll need to activate both pumps to flood the reactor. And then that access pipe down there will take you to the core. Time is short.
Modern games have objective markers that basically tell you where to go, which is fine, but it ruins the immersion in my opinion. For a 1998 game, it doesn't feel dated. It's charming with how retro it looks. The guns feel nice for an older game. They feel realistic, and I like how most of the weapons have alternate functions that encourage experimentation. Gentlemen, may I introduce you to Grenade? Gordon is also an expert platformer. He needs to jump on boxes, hop across the map, climb ladders, and sometimes crouch jump, which you don't see a lot of these days.
It's ready. You must go now.
Oh, okay. Sometimes, instead of walking, you use the little train to help you progress through the level, which adds variety. I don't even think I could use it yet, right? I have to get the, oh, I can, cool. Did I run him over? I don't think so. Ooh, run me over. My favorite moments have to do with the level design. The game opens up with you in a train on a typical day at work. There's so much stuff you can explore and do before you even fight your first enemy. I like how Half-Life was made by a small group of people who were passionate about making a really good video game, compared to newer games which are done in a more corporate and rushed way. Newer games feel hollow and empty, whereas Half-Life feels like there was a lot of thought put into it. It feels alive and reacts to the player's actions, and that is why you should play Half-Life in 2025. It's a very important video game if you want to understand the history of first-person shooters and why they are the way they are now, because Half-Life is one of the OGs. Look out for more of these type of videos. I'm Junya, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. My socials are in the description below. Let me know down in the comments how you got into the Half-Life series. I don't have an outro, but